Camera?
Welcome back to the second segment of the Ranger Roundup, joined now by head women's basketball coach Molly Marrin and junior guard Erin Fry. Welcome back to the Ranger Roundup.
Thank you very much.
Hi.
So, a lot has changed since we last spoke. The team is currently in the driver's seat in the RMAC standings heading into this final weekend. What do you think has been the catalyst, maybe something different, a spark that has really helped this team reach this position where you guys control your own destiny heading into the final weekend?
And I want Erin to answer this as well, but I think our balance is definitely there. I mean, you've seen 4 or 5 in double figures almost every game. That's really rare to see. And I certainly haven't coached a team like that since I've been at Regis. So I think having that, knowing that anybody can step up at any given time has been huge. Rebounding has always been our favorite stat, our goal and our identity, and I think it shows toughness. It shows finishing defensive plays, which are huge. And so we were leading the league in rebounding. We weren't, at that point when we talked, I think it was over Christmas, we were not leading the league in rebounding. So I think just focusing on who we are, being the best of who we can be, and our depth and balance has really shown itself in the last, month and a half. So.
Yeah, Erin, from your perspective, what as this season's progressed, you guys get a huge home win over Mines. You just got another big home win over Black Hills to put yourself in this position. What do you think has been the catalyst and the difference to be going into this final weekend, number one in the conference and the driver's seat on trying to win a regular season RMAC title?
I would definitely say our team chemistry has grown a lot over the past year, returning 12 players, and just our grit and hunger to achieve our goals, just one game, one practice really at a time.
Erin, for those that don't know, is our reigning RMAC Player of the Week, also the RMAC Assist Leader. You kind of touched on this just now, but how has this year's team been different than the previous teams that you've been on, maybe even high school and previous Regis teams you've been on?
Again, I'm going to go back to chemistry, just the way we just love on each other, joke with each other on and off the court, and just having the confidence from my teammates and coaching staff, just to trust in my abilities to do what I know how to do, and then me trusting in my teammates to make that shot or layup that I give or pass to them. Like, I couldn't be an assist leader without them, so big thanks goes to everyone on the team.
Coach, you played on the first Regis women's basketball team to win an RMAC title in 2002, 2003. That team enshrined.
Easy there.
That team enshrined in the RMAC and the Regis Hall of Fame earlier this school year. To have the chance to lead a group of young women to that goal again 20 years later, what does it mean to you? And is the feeling of being in the hunt as a coach different than the feeling of being in the hunt as a player?
I loved being in it as a player. I'm just kidding. I love it as a coach too. I loved being told what to do and where to be directed towards and all of that. I think as a player, you only know what you know, right? You're 18 to 22, no offense, but you're in that, and so you can really throw yourself in that moment, and you're celebrating it with your teammates. As a coach, having experienced it as a player, and then seeing the other side of it, and all the behind the scenes that go with that. And first thing I think of from that component is our staff. We have an amazing staff with Coach Craig and Jason. I mean, they're amazing. All the work that they put in, the extra individual workouts, whatever it is that they do to get the girls prepared. I think huge credit to them on that component from a coaching standpoint. But I'm obviously very competitive, and so I think the opportunity to win an RMAC championship as a coach at my alma mater, I'm not going to say that wouldn't be a dream come true for sure. So.
Young woman to your right, Erin has had a breakout 2022-23 season, averaging career highs in points, rebounds, assists, shooting percentage. Erin, what do you think has clicked, maybe felt more comfortable for you this year as you've really grown into one of the best players in the RMAC and one of the best women's basketball players in all of Division II?
In all of Division II.
Just knowing that coming into this year that I needed to step up in a leadership role, that is what really pushed and drove me to want to lead my team and become the best in whatever I could could be the best in. And then again, having that support from the coaching staff, especially Coach Molly being by my side, just trusting in me to go out there and do what I know how to do. And that's just pushed me every game to be great, I guess.
And Molly, for you, from what have you seen in Erin's development? I think she averaged like about 6-7 points a game last year. She's at 15 now, averaging about 6 boards, leading the conference in assists. What have you seen in her development? What do you think really led to this kind of coming out party this year as a junior for her?
Well, I think from the start in recruiting her, we actually have a lot in common. We have the same high school coach. I coached her older sister at the University of San Francisco. So first time I've coached sisters, 8 years apart, 10 years apart? 8 years, had it right. So it's just really, there's already was a connection from the beginning. She was highly, highly recruited out of high school. We were very lucky to get her. I mean, a lot of Division I offers. She chose Regis. It is D2 day, so Kate, I got you on that one. Okay, I chose D2. This is a perfect example of someone that had a ton of other opportunities, chose Regis for the reasons that she did academically and everything else. And so it's really a place for her to shine. And so I just want to make sure that she's in the position to be able to utilize her gifts the way that she wants to. She's highly competitive. She's very driven. She's in the gym every day, extra. So I just think from freshman year when she said 2 words, I think the whole season. But she was freshman of the year, so it's not a huge surprise. She was freshman of the year. The team, we as a team, struggled last year, and I think in that, and so I think, that's not just, she maybe had a little bit of a dip. It was all of us had a little bit of a dip. So I think she and I had some hard conversations even in the spring, and just we both challenged each other. Which is amazing. I listen to almost everything she says. She wants to make a play call, I listen. So we've just grown a lot and are connected in that, and I think she's really blossoming into who she has always been, and will just continue to get better.
Are you reading my script, Coach? We're getting to
No, but I could talk about her. I could talk about her a lot.
Right,
I could talk about her a lot.
We're getting there. We're getting to Division II day. We have CSU Pueblo and New Mexico Highlands on deck this weekend. 2 teams that we beat in tightly contested games here in Denver. When facing a conference opponent for the second time, what's that challenge like? Is there a little gamesmanship? Do you save some wrinkles that they didn't see the first time? Or do you stick to your bread and butter and just say, we beat you the first time, we're going to give it to you again?
I don't think we think, we were going to go in beating anybody. I certainly don't. I'm on to the next 10 minutes. I'll get to the 20 minutes driving home in the snow, focused on that. But I think that it's at this point in the season, I don't think teams are changing a lot. I mean, obviously, we're going to watch our game film that we played against them. They both played us really well. Pueblo, one of the talented, if not the most talented team in the league. I mean, they're super athletic. They have 671 transfers. I mean, it's nuts. And Highlands has, one of the best freshmen in the league, if not the best. So we know they're going to be tough games. But I think that we watched the game film already of us and things that hurt us the first time. So really just looking back at the game film mostly and just leaning into our strengths, I would say. So.
Erin, for you, what's that chess match like when you're on the court and you recognize a set that an opponent called, or you see that an opponent recognized your inbounds player, the set that you called? How do you adjust playing a conference opponent the second time when you guys know a little bit about each other?
I think with what Coach said, it's going back and watching film, seeing what we can improve on personally, and just like as a team, what worked, what didn't work, and just grow off of our mistakes made or just grow off of what worked. And part of being a point guard is making reads and making plays. So if an opponent takes away one thing, I just have to be a step ahead and make the next play.
Well, Coach, looking, more at this weekend, and we already know that we're hosting an RMAC quarterfinal next Tuesday. What are some keys to this weekend, and as we begin the RMAC tournament, to reaching this team's goals of winning an RMAC title and eventually playing at an NCAA regional?
At this point, focusing on the right things. We've had conversations too. I'll put in my AirPods when I'm talking to her sometime, and I'm like, yeah, I don't hear anything else, do you? I don't hear anything. Because there's that, you lose, they talk, you win, they talk, it doesn't matter. So I think it's really just staying focused on who we are, what our path is, what our goals are, and that component. And then I would say focus and toughness. I mean, it's going to come down to grabbing that extra rebound, diving on the floor. Are we taking an extra charge? I mean, all of those, grabbing the rebound with 2 hands, all those things matter. All the things that you've trained your team to do all season, can they put it together and just be tougher? And so I think those would be the 2 things that stand out the most to me.
Yeah, and same question to you, Erin, is, and on the court and now, growing into a vocal leader in the locker room, just what is it going to take for you and your teammates to reach your potential this weekend, next week, and then, hopefully we're playing in an NCAA regional here in a couple of weeks?
Everything that Coach Molly just said.
Hey, no, you can't just say that.
Coach said was
She disagrees with me a fair amount, so let's just, this isn't totally true here.
No, but toughness is definitely going to be one of the key components into going into this weekend and next week, and just focusing on one step at a time, what's in front of us, and not what's 2 days ahead of us, a week ahead of us, just one game at a time, and just keeping everybody tight and focused in our little circle and not the outside noise and what's around us.
Well, you guys, you've already seen this once, but before we let you go, I got a couple of rapid fire questions for you. I bet Division II days on there, Molly.
Aww.
Skiing
the journalism major it means, maybe.
Skiing or snowboarding?
Well, considering I haven't done either one, I do want to try snowboarding.
When she's done.
Yes, of course.
With how much snow we've gotten in Denver, you can almost ski right outside the dorm room. Yeah, it's right there. We have slopes right outside.
Cross-country skiing's fine. Okay.
What about you, Coach? Skiing, snowboarding?
Snowboarding, but I gave it up at 40 in Crested Butte, if you want to know the town. So, yeah, I'm done.
And then, I know the story of this year is still being told, but when you look back on where we're at right now in the 2022-23 season, what has been your favorite moment so far, and why? It could have been a game winner, it could have been a personal accomplishment. Mrs. Triple-Double over here.
That's
a favorite road trip.
Yeah.
What's your favorite moment of this season to date?
No, that would be it. Triple-double. I personally had a goal just to have my name in the record book, and my name is now in the record book. So
I think it's going to be there for a while.
A little bit.
And she has 2 more years. So,
Yes.
I would just say watching the team evolve, watching the girls evolve. I wouldn't say it's one moment. I haven't seen a team that's enjoyed being around each other that much. I mean, there's this saying that a quiet gym is a losing gym. Our gym's pretty loud, and there's music on, and the girls are having fun. And so watching them enjoy it as we're winning is pretty cool. So I just think, just watching the team grow and just being around them. So.
Favorite off-season hobby? We don't want the off-season to be for a month, 6 weeks from now, but when you finally get to decompress, basketball season's over, what is your favorite off-season hobby as we transition to the spring?
Baking.
Baking?
Yes.
What's your specialty?
I don't have a specialty, but I made some really good red velvet cheesecake brownies. I'm pretty sure Coach can attest to that.
I did, yes, yep.
What about you, Coach?
They feed us, yep.
When you get to decompress, when the season's over and you get to close your mind on the 2022-23 season, or whatever season you're participating in, what is your off-season hobby?
I have too many to count, but I would say anything water-related with as little water as Colorado has. So fishing, kayaking, anything around water, boating, so.
Last question, guess what we're talking about in honor of today's National Division II Day?
Look at you.
Why Division II for you?
I personally chose because of small campus. I'd never been to Colorado, so I wanted to try something different. And then knowing, a big thing was just having a coach that wanted me to be a part of their program, and knowing what I was capable of, and having that confidence in me to come to the program and make a difference. That was a big reason. But Regis is thank you. Very good in academics, which was another thing that caught my eye, and being a biology major and their school's good in nursing was another big component for me coming here.
Well, we're very happy that you decided to come with us.
Yes.
Thank you. What about you, Coach? You chose Division II as a player. You've chosen Division II now as a coach. Why Division II?
Honestly, I was recruited also by some Division I schools in Texas. I wanted to leave Texas, so
Me too.
Me too. I think you either want to stay or you want to leave with Texas. So I wanted to leave. I wanted a high academic school in a city that had a great basketball program. And Regis, as soon as I walked on campus, fell in love with it, and I love the level. I love the balance of it. I love that I had a resume when I left here because I was able to do other things outside of basketball. So yeah, it had a little bit of everything for me. So.
Well, ladies, I want to thank you very much for joining us. Best of luck this weekend. Best of luck the rest of the regular season and the postseason. That'll do it for the February Ranger Roundup. Again, thank you to our guests from women's basketball and men's basketball, as well as Regis ITS for helping us put on this program every month. We will see you in March.
Go Rangers!
Thank you.